I'm Janae. I'm a TRIA student. I'm a senior here at the university, and I'm studying digital media production with an emphasis in broadcast journalism and a minor in communication. Mouthful. What's your name?
Mia.
Mia? Okay, Lacey just said that. Okay, awesome. All right, so today we're going to be talking about balancing school, social life, and sleep, which is something that I've struggled with my time here at UCN. Like each year was a learning process. So now that I'm a senior, I think that I have pretty much mastered how to do this substantially. So, next. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen this image on like social media, Facebook, Twitter, anything, but it says, it's a triangle, it says social life, sleep, school, and you have to choose two. A lot of people think that in college, like you can't have all of these simultaneously, so with this seminar, I hope to prove that wrong. Okay, so first we're gonna talk about freedom with responsibility. So you're here on this college campus, like as a student, and every day you have choices. Like you decide what you're gonna wear, what you're gonna eat, like who you hang out with, you know. But with all those choices, you're accountable for them. We're all adults here. Most freshmen come in at 18, 19 years old. So, you know, you're not coming here with your parents, and that's the first time that you're really on your own. So you are making these choices by yourself. So it's important that the choices you make, you're taking responsibility for them, and you're being accountable for all your actions. And that goes into your sleep schedule, your school routine, and your social life. All right, so school. So you're here first as a student. Pretty evident you decide to come to the university to continue your education, which is great, and ultimately graduate. But realistically, there are a lot of different things that you're going to be involved with in your time at UCN. Maybe not this semester, maybe not the next. Maybe you want to just get comfortable, get school under your belt, which is something that I decided to do my freshman year, which really worked toward my benefit. But since then, I have been a part of trio, intramurals, fraternity and sorority life. I work for the TV station. There's one more, I think. And friendships, which are all vital to being a student here, and they all help you out. So with all of these groups, you want to make sure that they're supportive groups, and they're going to help you to further your goals, because ultimately you are here to graduate. So you just want that support systems in every single group that you're in. And if you don't have those, then maybe it's not the best group for you to be in, or you need to express your concerns to your friends or to the organization so that they can better the organization so you have more effective results. So you can graduate and get your degree. Okay, social life. So this is important, and this is something that I didn't deem as important my freshman year of college. So I came from Columbia, Missouri, which is a big college town. Mizzou's there, and I'm a very social person. I thought that I would just make friends easily. When I got to campus, I didn't realize that it was a lot harder to become friends and like keep friendships, because each semester you have a different class schedule. And I knew that would be the case. You know, you just think it's gonna be easy. You're living in a dorm, your first friend's your roommate, most likely. I didn't have a roommate my freshman year, so I didn't really have like any friends, and I just kind of stayed in my room and I studied, and I didn't have a social life, which looking back at my freshman year, like kind of hurt me in a way, because I didn't join any organizations and I didn't do anything. I just kind of kept to myself, so I missed out on some opportunities then. But I think having a social life is important. It's important to like get outside of your dorm room, open up your dorm room door. Your CAs or RAs have probably told you that. That's a good way to meet people. Just walking by, saying hi. If you're studying, obviously don't open your door, but you know, figure out different groups that you can go out and study with, whether that's like at spin, just outside, you know, go out to eat, explore downtown. I know a lot of freshmen are weary about what there is to do in Warrensburg coming here, because it is a smaller town. And I actually never explored downtown until just recently, like this past spring semester, so 2018 spring semester. And there are a lot of cute little ice cream shops and a lot of good restaurants down there, so I would take advantage of that. And I know like freshman year I didn't have a car, so that was one of the reasons why I didn't do a lot. But everything's within walking distance here, so grab a couple friends, walk with them, you know. And then be open to new points of views. So like with this, everyone here on this campus, they are majoring in different things: psychology, digital media production, art. You know, you're exposed to a lot more people than you are in high school. I feel like in high school, my social group was people that I resonated with. Like we all like kind of came from the same area. We all kind of did the same sports and everything, but then now coming to college, I'm just exposed to a lot more viewpoints and a lot more like different cultures, and just being immersed here has been nice, you know. So just be open to meeting new people and learning about them as they are learning about you. And those may become some of your best friendships. And then join multiple if you have the opportunity, but join a organization on campus. I can't remember the exact number we have on campus. I was gonna ask Lacey before this, but she had a meeting. But yeah, that's a great way to start networking initially, to meet people, to get involved in volunteer opportunities, or just get out of your room. Like if all else, like I said, my freshman year, I stayed in my room and didn't do anything, and that wasn't very healthy for me. Like I think the only time I really got out of my room was when I was going to the library, which was nice because I was going to the library to study and it gave me that break from my room, but I really didn't do much other than that. So if you join an organization on campus, we have like intramurals, we have a lot of different clubs that meet. I know one in my department's called FAC, and that's like Filmmakers and Actors Coalition, so we make movies together, and just a lot of different experiences that you can have that are vital to college. And sleep. So this is one thing that I still kind of struggle with on a daily basis, because there's a difference between sleep and resting. So your body may be at sleep, but your mind is not at rest, which happens to me often. So I think it's important, like, whenever you are sleeping, to like put all the things that you may worry about, like bills, traveling, like how you're gonna get home, time to do stuff, money, where am I gonna go to a concert this weekend, the weather tomorrow, what am I gonna wear, or like the grade that you just got. Like those are some things that I think about whenever I'm sleeping, and I'm not able to rest because my mind is still going. So I like to, before I go to bed, this works for me, it doesn't work for everyone, but like a small tip that I do is I just like write down some of the things that I'm like worried about that I can't necessarily control, and just write them down on a list and then go to sleep. And that kind of helps me, just like if they are controllable things and I can wake up the next morning and take care of them because I already have that list formulated, and if they aren't, then it just like is a way to get it out of my system, if that makes sense. And whenever you eliminate all of those, you have more time to rest. And then last before questions, so some just tips to remain balanced throughout your time here at UCM are: don't procrastinate. This is a very big one. It's very hard to implement at times because your social life may get busy, or your sleep schedule, you may sleep more than you think you should, and you got a homework assignment due. But the sooner you get it done, the better the other two components of your life can, come full circle, so to speak. And a big one with this is to prioritize your work. So if you have a test in that week, obviously you're gonna spend more time studying on that test. So do the smaller assignments first, so you have that time to study effectively, rather than studying for a short amount of time and then doing those short quizzes, and I don't know, just prioritize your workloads, make the things that you need more work on. I don't know how I'm trying to say this. Spend more time on the things that are gonna be more points than, I don't know how to explain that. That was so bad. Okay, and then schedule yourself appropriately. I'm the type of person that likes to do everything, be involved in everything, and that became a problem for me whenever I wasn't keeping this up to date. I wasn't scheduling my classes, my work schedule, or my sorority events appropriately. I was just kind of told when they were, and I didn't make note of them. So at times I had things overlapping, or I was at work and then an hour later I had a sorority event, or I'd be in class and have to go straight to work. And now I use my Google Calendar like no other. I schedule everything as soon as it's told to me, because if someone asks me, like I work at Applebee's now, so if they ask me if I can pick up a shift, I can look at my calendar and I'm like, that's not gonna work for me. And that helps you more in the long run. And update your calendar, that's very important too. So if something does come up that you're interested in going to, like an event or a study group, like if you need help with an assignment and you formulate a group, if they're wanting to meet at a certain time, if your calendar's up to date, it's a lot easier to tell them when you are available rather than trying to backtrack and figure out what all you had to do that day. So keep it updated and to schedule yourself appropriately so you're not spreading yourself too thin and stressing yourself out. And then avoid distractions when you're studying. So put away the phone, put away the TV. Our generation likes to think that we're very good at multitasking, but I've learned over the years that I work most efficiently, and most people do whenever they avoid those distractions. So set aside some time, 30 minutes, do some hard studying, then give yourself like 10 minutes to take a break, because studying very long times can become stressful and draining, and you may not be taking in the information, you may just like be reading it. So if you do like break it up into chunks and then allow yourself those little breaks to watch TV or to get on your phone for like 10-15 minutes, then go back to studying, that helps me as well. And then use your resources. So there are a lot of different resources available on campus. You have the library, you have the Student Success Center up there, you have TRIO, you have study groups, you have all these different things. So if you're not sure of where you can go to get help, then ask around, because everyone, especially like here in TRIO, we're all wanting you to graduate. So, and that leads into my next point. Talk to your professors and advisors. I think one of the greatest things about our campus is you can have a personal relationship with a professor, and really they can get to know you, and you're like not just a statistic, you're like a student. And I don't know, like there are big universities where there may be 500 people in a lecture hall and you're just like a name, and you never really get that chance to speak to your professor about like why you got a certain grade, how you can improve that grade. So just being able to go up to a professor at the end of class and be like, hey, like I was unsure about this question, like I answered it this way and I got a point knocked off, like can you explain to me? Those really help, and they like when students do reach out to them in that manner. So and also talk to your advisors, like Lacey, great tool. She's helped me with so many things that I've struggled with over the years, and just to really like help me with my strengths, but also harness my weaknesses and start turning those into strengths rather than seeing them as my downfall. So, and then ask questions. If you're unsure, ask questions. I mean, everyone tells you that, but a lot of people are afraid to ask questions because they don't want to be that person that's asking the questions. But if you don't know, like, I guarantee there's someone else in the classroom that doesn't know. And if someone else in the classroom doesn't know, it doesn't hurt because you don't know. So you want to, like, get that information. All right. Any questions? Okay, that was pretty much it.